back. Today we're going to be doing Demon Dentist, Chapter 8, Teet. Alfie, called Dad from the living room. What about that biscuit for our new friend Winnie? Hastily, Alfie tiptoed back across the hall to the kitchen and busied himself there. He had heard something he was never meant to hear, and now he had to hide it. I'll go and check on him, Mr. Griffith, announced the lady. By the way, Winnie, it's Griffith. That's what I said, grated Winnie. Griffith! She thundered down the hallway. Alfie didn't want the stranger to see him cry. He hated anyone seeing him upset. Growing up without a mum, Alfie's life had been touched with more sadness than most children's. As a result, he had learned to hide his feelings, to bury them somewhere deep where no one could see. His heart was a fortress. Alfie hastily dabbed his eyes with the sleeve of his blazer before attempting to wipe away those tears that had run down to the end of his nose. Now, young Alfred, have you found any more biscuits? Inquired Winnie. The boy had his back to her, and he didn't turn around. He looked there in a few more moments, all trace of his tears would be gone, and his red and blotchy face would have returned to normal. Winnie could sense something was wrong. Alfred? Alfred? Are you all right, young man? The boy hastily grabbed the scratched-up old biscuit tin from the larder. Still not turning to face her, he passed it over roughly. There you go. Eat the last one. Why don't you? Winnie slowly shook her head, and her eyes were drawn to the mountain of letters on top of the ladder behind Alfie. And what are all these? She asked. Oh, what? Replied the boy. Alfie turned round and in a panic realized she meant hiding from his father for the past few years. That's just rubbish, he lied. Well, if it's just rubbish, let me help you put it in the bin. Winnie was a wise old bird. She reached up her hand to grab the letters. Before Alfie could say anything, her eyes started flickering to the pages. Soon, his secret was out. Oh, well, who had thought it? All letters from the dentist. Oh, dear, Alfred, you haven't been for years, proclaimed the social worker. I know a lot of children under my care are scared of the dentist, but trust me. Alfie snatched one of the letters out of her hand. Stop poking your nose where it doesn't belong, he barked. I love my dad and look after him better than anyone else could. Better than you. Better than anyone. So why don't you just walk out the door and never come back? Just leave us alone. Winnie looked at Alfie, waiting for his white-hot anger to cool. Slowly, her head tilted to one side. In her job as a social worker, she had met many troubled children all over the years, but none quite as spirited as the boy. She took a breath before saying, Please, Alfred, believe me, I'm here to help you and your dad. I know it's not going to be easy for you to accept that. I know you probably hate me right now. The boy's silence was telling. But who knows, Alfred? In time you may come to like me. One day we might even be friends. Alfie scoffed at the thought. Now, young man, why don't we sit and have a little talk? The boy couldn't control his rage at the woman any longer. There's nothing to talk to you about, he shouted before pushing past her out of the cramped kitchen. As he dashed along the hallway to his bedroom, Winnie called after him. Please, Alfred, she implored. But the boy simply ignored her, slammed his bedroom shut behind him, and locked it. Alfie slumped down into his bed. He shut his eyes tight in frustration. Just then he heard a gentle tapping on the door. Even the way she knocked on the door was annoying to him. Alfred, she whispered, it's Winnie. Alfie said nothing. Just to say, I'm off now, said Winnie, pretending nothing was wrong. But I will call the dentist first thing tomorrow about your teeth. I've heard a very nice lady has just taken over by the name of Miss Root. Bye-bye. Alfie gulped. Not Miss Root. Anyone but Miss Root. So you see, that is chapter 8 of Demon Dentist. I wonder what's going to happen in chapter 9. Is he going to run away? Is he going to go? I don't know what's going to happen. So, that's the end of chapter 8. And in the next episode, we're going to be doing chapter 9. Bye.